All right, time for one of those vlogs for myself, sort of, I guess, to the people that care. Talking about health updates, plans for 2024. So, the first thing I guess I could say for 2024 is that I finally, after all these years, got a prescription for TRT. I have not taken it though. So I finally, at least I can say that, I finally kind of like stepped my foot into the pond, so to speak. And I was like, okay, I got to do something, because this fatigue is just getting so bad, especially, I got so many fucking health problems, of course, all the usual. And, getting long COVID almost a little over a year and a half ago, I think it would be a little over a year and a half ago. I got long COVID. So that on top of everything, and I just spent another, well, I guess not just, but recently I was in Japan for another 6 weeks, and I spent most of the time in bed. This fatigue it's just getting too much with everything, right? And of course, I tried some new herbs, and we tried to manipulate my thyroid dose. So tried to take less T4, take more T3. Just trying all sorts of different things to see if it could kind of like fix, the testosterone. And, the thing is, who knows? Maybe it's not just testosterone because, of course, I've been able to raise my total testosterone, but I haven't been able to raise the free testosterone, which is probably contributing to why, I'm not getting any really relief. I guess you could say I'm probably more sexually conscious, aware, but, the sex drive is still bipolar, and the fatigue is just so insane, right? It's like my entire life is just, it's just, I'm in bed all the time, dude. It's just like that straw that broke the camel's back. Maybe it was, long COVID, maybe, who knows? Maybe it's my thyroid, I was at cancer doctor just recently. And, I was talking to the cancer doctor about it. And I think we might it sounds like a bone marrow thing, maybe in 6 months, maybe a bone marrow biopsy, it looks like, because of the stuff. But, it's kind of scary because, when I was talking to the doctor and I was, thinking about, man, look, I've been able to raise my total testosterone to, pretty consistently, like the 700s. And you would think, I'm getting older, you know what I mean? I'm in my 30s, right? You know what I mean? So I'm older, right? But pretty steady, around 700, when I've been tested multiple times for testosterone, right? And that's just with, changing like herbs and different like higher quality vitamins. But the free testosterone, I just can't get to raise. And the sex hormone binding globulin is always high. And the bioavailable is low. And it's kind of scary, though, because when I talked to the doctor about it, she's like, oh, because your liver. You know what I mean? And if you have been on my channel long enough, when I was dying and all this kind of stuff, and I guess technically I'm still dying, right? Who knows how long I'm going to be alive, But, it's scary because when all that stuff was going on, with the C. diff in 2008, I was testing positive for all sorts of different stuff, even like, primary boost cirrhosis. Primary boost cirrhosis was going to kill me at one point. And, I did the liver biopsy, and, I had scarring of the liver, but the liver biopsy didn't show primary boost cirrhosis, and they changed it to fatty liver disease, and then you changed it to unspecified liver disease. But the whole point was, it was a big hassle, you know what I mean, when I was going through all that dying stuff. And when I'm talking to the cancer doctor, she kind of immediately was like, oh, yeah, because you have the liver stuff, kind of, you know what I mean? So you have that liver dysfunction. And it just kind of, do you get what I'm getting at? Like, my doctors are so fucking like, I did all this radiation and I developed all these autoimmune diseases after it, but they don't want to say it's because they gave me all that radiation, just like C. diff, you know what I mean? Oh, you're dying from C. diff. We don't really want to talk about it, though. We don't want to talk about just how badly it's affected you. Oh, you had this liver stuff. Well, we don't think you're dying from this right now because now the tests don't say that. But then immediately now that, you know, I've been able to get my total testosterone back to a more consistent normal level, you know, but the free is low, immediately they're like, oh yeah, because your liver. Do you get what I'm getting at? So it's like you guys know that my liver's fucked, right? You know what I mean? You know that I have some kind of like autoimmune process like fucking up all my organs. You guys were fucking giving me fucking Cellcept, right? Which I didn't take. So like, oh, this is way too crazy, right? But you know, so that's frustrating. But I will say, so I haven't taken it, but I did get it. But you know, I'm just afraid that, you know, I'm still, my hair has never been the same after getting long COVID. You know, I'm afraid maybe I'll get like acne. I'm just afraid I'm going to be like one of those people that is going to have like side effects and is not going to feel good, right? And you know, thankfully though, when the insurance, apparently they will cover the TRT, which is nice, because I was afraid, I'm like, oh, would that be another cost if I have to pay for it? But apparently, as it is, my insurance says that they'll cover the TRT, but they will not cover HCG form of TRT. And you can do HCG alone or HCG and TRT. But apparently, you know, because I was kind of worried that maybe my insurance, because, you know, I've heard that if you have a normal testosterone, which, you know, my testosterone is definitely normal, you know what I mean? But if you only have a low free testosterone, high sex hormone binding globulin, low bioavailable, sometimes insurance can be weird in America. But I guess they're like, hey, you're fucked. So the insurance is covering it. So I think it's something like my insurance or something like a 3 month supply of testosterone is like $1 or something, it looks like. So, you know, if I decide to take it, I guess I got to pay for the needles, but HCG isn't covered. But, you know, part of me would like to try the HCG. If I try it, who knows if I'll try anything. But I guess the point is, you know, this fatigue is getting so bad that I actually got the prescription for it, because I'm like, I got to do something, dude. I just like, how many times like I've still been in and out of bed, thank God that, you know, I have the muscle that I do, because, and, you know, it's easier to maintain because I do so little now, dude. You know, again, Japan, I was in bed most of the time for 6 weeks. Back in America, still mostly in bed. And it's just like, dude, I got to do something. Like, I might just have to start trying this already. So that was a very long talk about that, right? So that's where I am with the testosterone stuff. I did go to the doctors about maybe doing Botox for the chronic migraines, and my insurance did offer to cover all this and like the TMJ kind of stuff. But so I did go through that and made sure all the insurance was going to cover that, but I haven't gone through with that because I'm just worried with, you know, with my luck, dude. I'm like, oh God, I'm going to be one of those people that, you know, I'm sure there's people that like, oh man, yeah, it fixed all the pain and now I never get wrinkles or something like that. And my face is like super snatched or some shit like that. But I'm just afraid that I'm going to be one of those people that would get it and then I would get the droopy face. And, you know, from the cluster headaches and everything like that, I think you could see, yeah, you can definitely see this eye, you know what I mean? So my left face like droops, you know what I mean? From all this like nerve damage and everything like that. And so, you know, and as years have gone on, after I'll get like, even if say I'm not in like a bad headache period, a bad migraine or cluster headache period, even getting one, you know what I mean, can take days to recover. And you can see like, it's been like a few days since, you know, I had like a bad migraine, but you know what I mean? It takes a long time to go back to normal. And, you know, you can look at videos throughout the years and, you know, God, I have pictures right when I first got sick. You can tell like, man, sometimes my eyes almost like completely only halfway there. And, you know, it's weird though. So apparently my insurance was like, they will cover Botox, but there's actually this, you can actually get a shot specifically, apparently, for your eye to help with the drooping from cluster headaches and that kind of nerve stuff. But the insurance will not cover it apparently for that, which seems kind of weird to me. So you'll cover all these other Botox shots, but you will not cover the Botox to help the drooping of the eye. I don't know. So I'm just worried that, you know, I'd be one of those people that, because sometimes I see people actually get Botox and they get more drooping. I don't know. You know, whatever, right? Um, so anyway, I haven't gone through with that, but I mean, I guess there's another thing that I actually was like, okay, let me see if my insurance is going to cover this, and they're like, yeah. And like I said, that's just one of those things. And talking about the fatigue and all this kind of stuff, it just gets harder and harder to recover from stuff as I get older. You know what I mean? And this fatigue is getting worse and worse. Just it's harder to recover as I get older. Who knows if it's thyroid? Cancer doctor again. No idea. They're like, well, your body says like the blood tests show your body is attacking all parts of itself. You know what I mean? But it looks like the scan says there's not cancer right now. So they're kind of like, I don't know what to do, kind of thing. It's weird. We don't know why everything grew back. Never had any patient ever having that before, but Oh, and so yeah, and for the liver, yeah, so they did make. I'm actually supposed to see a liver doctor this Monday to see if they can potentially have any opinion on that. You know what I mean? Because the liver can fuck your sex hormone binding globulin. I guess so. Maybe that could be why I can't, raise my free testosterone. So got that. Of course, besides that, for 2024, of course, I'd love to travel, assuming it's realistic. More travel. Again, assuming it's realistic. It's just, the lodgings are the problem. I do all those travel credit cards and all this kind of shit, so. The plane ticket isn't so much the problem, with miles saved and all that kind of stuff. Within reason, But the lodgings, but of course I'd love to travel more, of course. But I need to figure out what to do about all this other stuff, because it's like, man, I get these opportunities to stay in a place and I can't even really enjoy it, Video game wise, I know there's just not much to say playing video game wise. I guess a new Persona 3 is coming out, but I already played Persona 3. There's that new Final Fantasy coming out. I mean, I don't know. I don't have a PS5 though, so unless someone's donating PS5 or some shit, right? Fighting game wise, I don't know. Another Virtual On Dragon Ball game comes out. Maybe I'll play that. I just play so little video game wise. It's just one of those things that I just realized, like I said years ago, that I could leave the video game community forever, and no one's going to catch up with what I've done tech wise. And it's just hard to stay motivated. Like, again, it's a moral victory and it's cool. I proved I was the best, but it sucks I don't have much to show for it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's like I did it. I came back for Dragon Ball FighterZ, which I guess it's 6 years old now. Oh my God, can you believe that? God, even when I was at the cancer doctor recently, you know what I mean? So I was like, oh my God, dude, I've been coming to the hospital more than 20 years. Still at the cancer doctor, dude. That's insane. Still doing all this fucking shit, dude. And lost train of thought. Yeah, so I'd come back for Dragon Ball, and I'm like, damn, okay, I did more for this game than any other one person's done for one game ever. Did Strives, Afterthought, did Street Fighter 6, you know what I mean, stuff, and I don't know, man, just it's hard to stay motivated. I like the only even sliver of like sort of will to maybe do something like actual playing is, I remember around this time last year that I had randomly put in Marvel 2 again. And I was like, maybe I can do something else with Hayato again. And, I was like, oh, fuck. It's just a brain fart that I was like, oh, shit. I can give Hayato a mid-screen, like, instant kill, like, basically off anything. And I remember, like, the community is so petty that there was that, like, Ramnito guy or something. And it's so fucking creepy to me. And another creepy story I'll tell, but lost my train of thought again. And he was like, oh, okay, well, you found these new loops. Okay, you did this. But, you should do it in a real match. You know what I mean? There's people like us that have dedicated our lives to this game and all this kind of bullshit just to do it in a real match. You know what I mean? So, yeah, okay, you showed a proof of concept, but do it in a real match if you want props. And I was just like, get the fuck out of here. I don't even fucking play this game. I know you motherfuckers do nothing but play these games. I haven't played this game in years. I had a little brain thought, and I'm like, I wonder if I could find something new. And I did, and I'm just like, ugh, that shit is so creepy. Like, but it was almost kind of like, I almost had, there's like, but of course I don't even play Marvel 2. Just curious, and it's like a tag team game, so I guess I'd have to somehow think of other characters to play too. But there's like a thought, dude, like when I played Karno's Revenge, and I'm like, people say you can't do these combos in real matches, and then I learned the game lickety split. People talk about like I'm the best in the world, you know what I mean? But doing that in a real match, and it's like, maybe I should learn Marvel 2 just enough so I can play Hayato in a real match and do instant kill combos off of anything mid-screen. Like, would that change the meta? I don't know. Part of me almost kind of thinks that. I wonder how fast I could learn that game. But yeah, other than that, I don't even know if I want to tell the other creepy story. I don't know. I saw there was some Guilty Gear tournament recently, and it was so creepy. Just, I saw all these faces that I remember as a kid that are, of course, all part of this group that are just like evil people. And I like saw them smiling during the tournament. And it really kind of bugged me out. I'm like, ooh, I can't. I tried to watch a few matches and I felt so creepy. I'm like, I just can't watch this. It's just really weird, dude. To like see that kind of stuff is like eerie, cringy. I don't know, dude. It's just like, man, video games are so weird, dude. Like, to see, it's no wonder that so many people have lied about me throughout the years and that I have this reputation, because all the same people are still around. They never stopped playing. Just, I don't know, dude. It's really kind of creeps me out, dude. I just cracked my jaw pretty big there. I don't know if that jaw, I wonder if that jaw crack popped up on the microphone. Of course, I'd like to draw more this year. I don't know. There's so many things I'd like to do, but, health makes it so difficult. And, I'm sure for a normal person, it must be quotation marks. It must be nice to only have like one health problem. And, me, I'm like, oh God, what do I do? Is it that my thyroid grew, time cancer dies, is that all my thyroid stuff grew back, Oh, well, it doesn't look like you have cancer right now, but your body's it's attacking itself, so make sure you be careful. Oh, so it all grew back, and you gained all these autoimmune diseases after. Well, it looks like you don't have cancer right now. Let's be careful. Bone marrow biopsy again in 6 months. Let's just make, in case, it's like, oh God, dude, Of course, the liver thing. Like I said, that liver thing, well, to hear the doctors just be so matter of fact, be like, oh yeah, because you got the liver stuff. You motherfucker. Just gotta shake your head, dude. I mean, kind of like, it's terrifying. Anyway, remember, if you like the videos, like, subscribe, comment, share, support the channel if you want. I appreciate it. Thanks. The end.